Mystic Rose is very intensive meditative therapy group. Osho designed it in his last year, and his understanding, he said, there are two layers which needs to be released to go deep in meditation. First layer is laughter, and more deep layer is tears. So this group is designed for 3 weeks. First week, participants laugh for 3 hours every day. Group is for 3 hours. Our program starts from morning meditation till evening satsang. But before lunch, we do 3 hours this group. Some serious people, mostly many are serious people, it's difficult for them to laugh. So little interplay is allowed. So they make each other, help each other to laugh. But the real thing is to find our inner laughter. It should come from our belly, like belly laughter. And once a person touches this point from where he can laugh, then seriousness can be broken forever. And he can laugh at any situation in the life. Because of our seriousness, there are many problems in our life. We take little things very seriously and create a problem out of it. I have done it many times. I realized this is just a mind creation, our problems. So in life, practical problems are very few, which can be handled. So all our psychological creation of problems just drops, and we enter more deep in our heart space.
This time, Mystic group is so very intense for me. My energy or total the Mystic Rose group process. Every day, my energy, all energy to Mystic Rose, total. So, it's so intense for me, but so amazing. 3 weeks, but I feel so short, like 1 week, 1 day. So I feel short every day. So enjoy. Yes. Now, so peaceful. Shanti, peace. My heart soft and peaceful and care and lovely and open. And I can feel so much Osho energy and my friend love energy I can feel now. So nice.
So this first week, if one can participate totally in it, the second layer starts surfacing already. And a lot of pain is suppressed. Osho says not of this life, but many, many lives. We don't know many lives, but this life we know from the very childhood how much tears we suppress. Because as small children who are helpless, they are not allowed to even laugh and cry, do whatever they want to do. So all these emotions get suppressed and tears start flowing. Atmosphere is created which can help people to go deep in their heart space. And tears you can't force to come, but you can control them. So the key word is allowing. Allow it. It is overflow of any feeling or emotions. Whatever surfaces, allow it to release in tears. And in groups we see how people really go for it, because everybody has suffered a lot in their life. So all this suffering needs to be released. And Osho says tears can be of happiness also, not only pain. Whenever there is something too much in the emotions, feelings, it starts overflowing in tears. So allow any kind of tears which wants to come.
This has been my first Mystic Rose, and I didn't know what to expect, but what I felt was like I'm feeling fresh and more soft now. I really thought I was to live from the heart, but I realized that there's so much more of the head to go. There's a lot of head, and it's melting, and now days have passed since melting and melting still. So I feel it's the effect of Mystic Rose still happening inside me. I feel really one should in one lifetime do a Mystic Rose practice. Come for this session. I can't express like what I feel, but I only know that it's made me more vulnerable.
And the third week we sit in silence. Osho has given the name Watcher on the Hill this third week. Just be a watcher, like you are sitting on a hilltop and watching everything, whatever is happening in the valley of your mind. And if one can participate first 2 weeks totally, then it is very easy to go in deep silence, because real deep cleaning happens in these 2 weeks.
It's very much a transformative meditation therapy, and it's really because about energy. It's not so much about the mind. So it's really to get rid of this energetic blocks created by suffering from earlier years or maybe past lives. And I can see in people who did a few groups that then it's more easy to not be stuck with the mind, but to decide to just go for this energy and to release it really. And then it can be pretty intense, and it clears so much. It really clears your body from the inside.
Then I took training to facilitate the Mystic Rose. In the end, we were given a form to give our feedback about this group. And I remember writing there, Osho's dynamic meditation is a strong dose of allopathy. Mystic Rose is surgery. So it is a real surgery. To prepare for Mystic Rose, one needs to do Osho's meditations at least for 3 months. If a person is young, energetic, we suggest to do dynamic. There are many women also come, like middle-aged women. Some people find dynamic very difficult, so Kundalini is suggested for them. Some active meditation prepares them for this group. Yeah.
I would say also, in addition to this, that if people cannot do dynamics in the morning, it's very beautiful to do chakra breathing, which is more soft, but still you really prepare your... you already start with cleaning this from inside your body. And also I feel it's good to start with meditations, because you're also already getting used to this watcher on the hill. So you're already getting used to take distance from your mind and to just watch. And also prepare the body. It's really nice to already, whether with chakra breathing or Kundalini, already get something shaking from the inside.
And we who are there are called facilitators, not the leaders. We are not leading it. We are just facilitating it, creating the atmosphere for people so they feel that they are secured in this atmosphere. And because it's quite intense process, anything can happen to anybody. So personally, I feel this type of groups should be done in some Buddha field. That energy really helps people. People can do at other places, but if some Buddha field is available where meditations are happening regularly, that energy helps a lot for this group.
Yes, and it's also fantastic to do it with so many friends, because Osho says about this also that it's our collective unconsciousness. So we're also supported by the friends around, which makes it also more intensive. And it's right, we are really the facilitators, because we are also in the process. We cannot facilitate with and not doing it ourselves. So we're part of it too.
Who would you recommend to do Mystic Rose, and can anybody participate?
Anybody who is seeking and searching, this group will help them.
And also I feel it is for anybody, and it's especially for people who tend to be serious. It's so nice to get another perspective on life, and this Mystic Rose really helps with it.
There are many therapies which work with the mind only, like analyzing the mind, on the level of the mind, what are your problems. This is called meditative therapy. Meditation is going beyond the mind. So you leave the mind aside. And it is not said what is going on in your mind. Whatever is going on, doesn't matter. You are not the mind. Just be watcher. Witness it.
Yeah, and I feel it's like Jyoti said before, it's psychic surgery, but it actually goes through the psyche and directly to the energetic layers to come to our essence. So I would say it's for any sincere seeker on the path, and anyone who I don't know, maybe he's not really satisfied the way he or she is living and seeking for more joy, or seeking for more deepening in meditation. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't say psychic surgery.
Okay.
I said it is a real surgery. Means you become separate from your mind. That is the surgery happens in the last week. You realize your separation from the mind. In psychic, we deal with the mind only. But this group is not to deal with the mind. Just put your mind aside and just be a watcher.
I have done Mystic Rose in Oshodham. Actually, I have done it many times, but different time it's a little different. For first few times I couldn't cry at all. Now I can cry easily, I can laugh easily, but still every time I go a little deeper and more deeper layer of psyches get cleansed. Afterwards I feel so fresh, so easily I can go to silence almost without any effort. So it creates very good feeling, something like deep bath. Everything unnecessary, everything goes out. So it's like once in a year I pass through this process, and it's great energy and good feeling for the rest of the year. Very good experience.
Mystic Rose is happening at many places, but simultaneously more groups are happening there. The difference is in Oshodham, at a time, one group. So we put a lot of energy to find Osho's discourses, Osho's audio course, which can support people in this process. But when there are so many groups, it's not possible to choose all this for one group. And here, whole atmosphere is such, there is very, I will say, no distractions. Like people stay in, and it is totally meditative atmosphere here. There is no some club here, or in the night bar is open, people can go and drink. All these distractions are not there. And many people realize it. Many people have done at different places, and then they come here. They feel this difference. Like it is totally focused on yourself. That difference, I think, people realize, and mostly it is started. I remember I did the first group, we were only 40 participants. And slowly they went on increasing because people shared with their friends what they experienced. They shared with friends. And last years I was also traveling a lot, mainly going to Russia, Europe, America. I went to Taiwan. And so wherever I go, I make sure I give one session for taste of Mystic Rose. So people can really have a little taste what this group is all about. And those who get touched feel, oh, I want to do this group. They start coming. Last years we had like group of Taiwanese coming here for this group. You see many Russians are coming. So I have visited all these places, and somehow people get tuned with me also, and with this therapy also, and they come.
Yeah, I also feel Oshodham is a very loving place. There's a lot of love, of friendliness, and it's you can choose whether you want to stay very simple or more luxurious. So it's very. I think this is also attracting people. It's a beautiful place to be.
And comparatively, it is quite cheap here.
Yes.
Comparatively.
So, yeah.
Because as I know, on other places there is a lot of participation fee also for Mystic Rose. And this is the only time we put little amount of participation fee. Otherwise, there was no participation fee for all these years. And as I know, economy is very tight all over the world. So people are not really ready to spend lavishly. So they look for the places where they can do it in a low price. That I can say one of the reasons more people come here, because comparatively it is nothing what they pay here. Yahoo! Osho gave us this mantra to start the laughter.